Saint Adela of Normandy, also known as Saint Adela of England, was the daughter of the famous King William the Conqueror, a Norman duke who conquered England in 1066. Adela was the daughter of Matilda of Flanders, who was the Duchess of Normandy and Queen of England by marriage to William. At the age of 15, Adela married Stephen, Count of Blois. Stephen would become one of the leaders in the First Crusade. He was present in important battles such as the Siege of Antioch and the Siege of Nicaea. He also took a lengthy part in the Second Crusade. Frustrated that he didn't fulfill his vows in the First Crusade, Stephen retreated from the Siege of Antioch on June 2nd, 1098, the day before the capture of the city, leaving his comrades behind in a difficult situation, as a superior Turkish army under Kerboga was approaching. According to Orderic Vitalis, an English chronicler, when Stephen Henry abandoned the First Crusade, returning to France in ignominy, Adela constantly berated him, even during their love-making, urging him to return to the Holy Land. He was under an obligation to the Pope for agreements made years earlier, and returned to Antioch to participate in the Crusade of 1101. Ultimately, he was killed in a last stand after the Battle of Ramla in 1102. The image of Adela persuading her ease-loving husband to redeem his reputation through action has proved popular with historians attempting to account for the Crusader motivations. During the Second Crusade in 1102, already on his way back home, he was persuaded by King Baldwin of Jerusalem to fight in the Second Battle of Ramla against the Fatimids. He was taken prisoner and executed on May 19th. Adela's fourth son, Stephen, would become King of England from 1135 to 1154. Her daughter would become Empress of the Holy Roman Empire through marriage to Henry V, who was King of Germany from 1099 to 1125. It was Adela's selfless use of wealth and political influence that would make her a saint. She was responsible for the funding and building of many churches and monasteries in Normandy and England. She held Catholic art and culture as important foundations of her people. She would later retire from politics and enter a monastery in Normandy, where she spent the rest of her days as a nun.